Folks have been coming to the Cayman Islands since the 1500s. That's nearly half a millennia, but it's only been in the last couple of years that pickleball has exploded here on Grand Cayman. And boy, has it ever. We're near the Roost at Pickleball Cayman, where the second ever installment of the Vanta Blackwater Team Cup continues here today on Compass Media and Pickle TV. And we are excited to bring you all the action on day two as teams battle for tomorrow's semifinals and finals. Dave Benz alongside Jack Monroe. Zach Taylor was my broadcast partner yesterday. You guys traded spots. You played yesterday. Now Zach is playing for you, and you're subbing in for Zach.
Yes, sir. Had to give him the tap on the shoulder and sub him in because, I mean, I unfortunately rolled my ankle a little bit, taking a little bit of a precautionary step right now, especially as the tournament season ramps up. So excited to be in the booth with you instead and, be on the sideline.
Well, I can tell you're a natural already, so it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. And let's talk a little bit about this week so far. One of the highlights had to be the welcome dinner a couple of nights ago when everybody fortunate enough to get an invite to this tournament got together and broke bread.
Yes, this was such a great way for the players for the players to meet all of their team owners and the people associated with each team. It was really well put together, especially at Tilly's, one of the best restaurants on the island. We had jersey models right here, as you can see, and it was just a great way for everybody to get to know each other on the team and get associated before we actually got into competition mode.
Yeah, and it was not only getting to see the jerseys for the first time, it's getting to find out who you're actually playing with.
Yes, we actually were quite in the dark when we were coming to this, and we had name tags on the tables, and that associated us with each team. So we didn't know who we were playing with or what team were we on until we actually came into this dinner.
I just want to ask you real quick, how cool was that?
It was real. Oh my gosh. It felt very, very high end. It felt like professional is the best way to put it.
Well, another cool thing about this tournament is the format. First of all, rally scoring, games to 21, win by 2, although you have to have had the serve to be able to win. So we'll get into that as we go on. And it'll be women's doubles, men's doubles, mixed doubles 2 times potentially if necessary. And then the Cayman Decider. Again, we'll get into all of it as we go through the day, but just your thoughts overall when you look at what this tournament is in terms of the format.
Overall, love this type of team format. It's a great way to really just have more competitive play, especially with the freeze you have at 20, which is going to make the games a lot closer. Arguably a lot more upsets are going to happen, but overall, I'm really excited for the banter. I'm excited to see every single game in these matches. And yeah, it's really tough competition here.
And yesterday we saw the Quality Court Defenders come back from a 2-0 lead to beat the Yield Point Wranglers, much to your chagrin, 3-2. And Leggett's Legends were the other team to pick up a point yesterday. So every team played 1 match yesterday. Every team plays 2 matches today. And then at the end of the standings, we'll decide who's going to play in the semis and the finals tomorrow. We will have our first match of the day coming up after this quick timeout as we get you set for day 2 of the Vanta Blackwater.
quickly become very soft, and you're going to see the points over
Game
time
1 to 21, change ends at
have
8,
a lot more
win by, at
shots
11,
per
win by
rally
2. Okay.
because
Time
it's more
in.
difficult to
0-0.
put that ball away.
Does that just take a little bit of feel to get adjusted to, Jack?
Yes, totally.
Side out,
Good look
point
there by
1.
Ryler. You know, the beginning of the game is mostly just getting all of the nerves out. Typically, you'll see a few players try to swing away.
1-0.
Become more confident as the game goes on.
Point.
Bohnert puts it into the net. So that'll tie us up here at
2-0.
1-1 as Fudge and Hendry now will get a chance to serve.
Foot fault. Right foot. Point.
Byron calling a foot fault on Kelsey, and that's an interesting foot fault. She stepped into the
3-0.
kitchen, hit the ball off the bounce in the kitchen, but didn't establish in time outside of it.
Oh, the speed up by Ryler into the net.
That right there is why we love women's doubles, and that's why we love it when they set the tone. That is
4-0.
a crazy hands battle, and that is something that the women do so well, and it's just so much more entertaining having these types of rallies right here.
Yeah, people love watching the ball get hammered.
Yes. Crazy points.
Side out, point 1.
Hendry unable to keep it in, so finally the Wranglers are on the board here at 1-4.
1-4. Point.
Great slide there by Kelsey. Megan trying to jam Kelsey cross court on that speed up, but Kelsey able to slide and hit that forehand down.
Jack, we talked about it at the top.
2-4.
But when you don't know who you're going to play with and then you find out you got just a little bit of time, I mean, of course you guys all know each other, but how hard is that to build up some chemistry?
Super true, and that is one of the difficulties of team events, especially when you don't know the team ahead of time. Is while you know the person, you know how to play against them. Sometimes
3-4.
it's difficult to play with them. You don't know their vibe. You don't know whether they prefer to be hyped up or calm, or supportive or not talk, or what their game style is. If they prefer to be
Side out,
aggressive
point
versus more calm down in terms of their play style. So all of this you have to learn on the court, and that's why this game to 21, you'll see these teammates are going to be
5-3.
figuring each other out the first half of the game before then moving into truly understanding each other.
Fudge back on that baseline. Finally does get up to the kitchen. And Bohnert, the two-handed backhand, just had a bad angle on that, Jack.
Yeah, good counter by Kelsey. We know that Megan and Amanda,
6-3.
as the Stingrays, are going to be the aggressor. Megan adding constant pressure. You can see with the third shot drive, roller third, and then she's looking to be aggressive with almost any shot that she hits. That's another great example of it. She is just, she's doing really, she
Timeout
feels way too
receiver,
comfortable on that
7-3,
side.
1 minute.
And I think a good adjustment from the Wranglers right here is to try to push that ball more middle and more towards Amanda, because right now Megan's very, very trigger happy, taking a lot of action, and it's working.
And that is something that is being recognized by the Wranglers. They're going to use a timeout here at 7-3 in this first game of our first match of the day. Let's take a quick breather and back to Grand Cayman in just a moment. So here we go after the timeout. Each team is allowed one timeout per game, so that's the only timeout for the Wranglers in this one.
Great
Side
counter
out,
there by
point
Ryler,
4.
anticipating that fifth shot speed up right there. Megan's going to continue to add the pressure, even if it's from the
4-7.
baseline. And it all depends on whether Ryler and Kelsey can adjust.
was a short-lived opportunity as Bohnert again into the net.
8-4.
Left short by Hendry, so back over now to the Wranglers. That's the one thing about with this rally scoring, Jack. You're never really out of it.
It's a really good point. Bad start does not mean bad finish, especially when there's a freeze at 20. Good closer by Kelsey.
Point
Oh, a
9.
little bit higher than what she was anticipating. Love the combo there, and I think we need more of that from the Wranglers.
9-5.
Stingrays up by 4 now, back with the serve. Nice job getting to that one by Megan. Oh, the two-handed backhand. Grambeau able to return it though.
Great point
Right
right
out,
there.
point 6.
Wow. And I know the TV doesn't do it justice, but I mean, that ball is hit as hard as humanly
6-9.
possible. The fact that Kelsey can pick that ball up is so impressive.
That's one of those where, you know, most people hit that, they think they got a winner, but when there's great players on the other side, that's not always the case. And now Bohnert able to make it 2 consecutive points.
Good close there by Bohnert. She's
7-9.
looks like she's finding her rhythm.
Side out, point 10.
As soon as they do, another side out from the Wranglers. Stingrays now
10-7.
serving a 10, trying to get the switch.
10-7, yep, next point will be the end change. Off
Side
the
out,
net,
point
and did
8.
that catch the line?
Looks like it did.
How about that? It was right there. That was the sorry, not sorry out of
8-10.
Kelsey.
Side out,
Well,
point
that
11.
will take us to
Timeout,
the end change here at
1 minute.
11-8. So the
11,
Stingrays have
8.
been in control throughout, and we will have the end change with them still having a 3-point lead. We'll catch our breath back to Grand Cayman in just a moment. Back to beautiful Grand Cayman as we continue on after the end change. 11-8 Stingrays. Fudge and Hendry trying to carry the momentum.
Good
And
look
indeed
there
they
by
do.
Riley. Good look there. I like her reaching in there, just obviously wasn't able to close her paddle face and get that ball down, but I still think
12-8.
that's how they come back.
Point.
Grambeau with the misfire, and suddenly it's a 5-point margin.
Wow.
13-8.
Good decision to lay off that by Hendry.
That is 3 missed speed ups in a row from the Yield Point Wranglers right there. I think they're feeling the pressure. They understand that Megan's creating
14-8.
all of the offense and they need to step in and create some of their own. But they're just doing it on a few of the wrong balls. Like there, that's money right there.
And again, the two-handed shot by Megan is a winner.
Just the constant pressure applied by Megan and Amanda
15-8.
right here is really difficult for the Wranglers to get rid of.
Misfire there by
Point
Megan will
9.
give the Wranglers an opening that they need to take advantage of. How impressive is it to watch Megan week in and week out? Just how consistent she
9-15.
is.
It is, she's an anomaly. She truly is. The fact that she's able to triple crown
out,
in
point
tournaments
16.
week in and week out is one of the most impressive things I've seen. Especially, not only, I mean, she's also
16-9.
has a family, travels around with the family, you know, JR and Lily.
Yep.
The kids that are here watching her on the sideline. And
Point.
what's amazing too is she travels with her husband as well, Ryler Deheart,
17-9.
who is on the other team that she's going to have to play against in the coming games.
Yeah, although that's nothing new. They've been doing that for a while. Oh, what a shot by Megan Red on cue. And they are now doubling up the Wranglers 18-9.
18-9.
I was finding it interesting every year at the U.S. Open. It seems like, either Ryler or Megan are taking home some hardware on championship court.
Yes, totally.
I think Ryler left Naples this year with the bragging rights, though.
Definitely.
What a firefight right now.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. This is ridiculous, Jack.
Oh my God, what a point, ladies and gentlemen! Oh my God, that was Sports Center top 10 right there. The amount of saves, the amount of overheads that they got back is exceptional. That quality was
19-9.
amazing.
That was crazy. That'll take us to 19-9. That might have been an out ball. And then the net unfriendly for Hendry, so.
Everybody is still starstruck over that last point. Wow.
For good reason.
And that right there is why we love women's doubles. They set that tone. They have those types of rallies.
10-19.
Rip it and rip it on the women's side. Wranglers kind of down to their last gasp for this game here. They need to put together a run.
Filthy ball by Kelsey.
Point.
That's such a unique pattern. She gets sped up cross court and is able to find that ball as a winner down Amanda's line. Such a good ball.
11-19.
Still a steep hill to climb, though.
Point.
Still hanging in.
Got a little bit of momentum now. This is great. Looks like they've, I mean, it may be a little too late, but we'll
12-19.
see. They've found a little bit of rhythm right here. Looking a lot more confident, as evidenced.
Point.
Oh, they've reeled off 4 straight. I wonder if we might see a timeout
13-19.
with another point or two.
Great ball once again. Kelsey finding that. Looks like timeout has been taken at 16-19. Really, really good pressure, consistency from Ryler and consistent pressure from Kelsey right there. Now they're the ones taking the advantage, being aggressive, and it's showing to pay off.
Stingrays have rolled off 5 straight points. We'll take a quick break. Back to Grand Cayman in just a moment. And we're just going to keep it here during this break, Jack. I want to ask you about, going through yesterday and what that day was like for you, and especially after you watched Glauca in the women's doubles match turn her ankle. What were you guys thinking about the court? Was it just coincidence that happened in such rapid fashion like that?
I think it truly was just a coincidence, a freak of nature. After seeing Glauca do it, and then I do it, and then you also saw Ryler do it.
14-19.
Thankfully, no injuries for her. But as soon as I rolled my ankle, I started laughing because I was like, I can't believe I did this, even though Glauca just did it literally 10 minutes ago. She had to forfeit her game, and while I played through mine, I wasn't able to play mixed. And it's just something about, we're playing across the world, we're playing on different courts, there's different grit.
14-19.
I don't think it was a matter of shoes for us. I think it was a matter of just, maybe a little bit of lack of footwork. Mix it in with some court variability, and that could happen.
Yeah, and maybe mixing it with a good time at the dinner the night before.
Yeah.
Time in.
I want to give a shout out, though, to
15-19.
Cayman Physiotherapy and Dwayne McGinnis, who is here on the island and has given his services to the tournament to look after the players, and I know that the tournament's very excited to have him here today and through the rest of the weekend to make sure that any needs the players have are met. So here we go. They got it to 2014, but back over to the Wranglers for one last chance.
Yeah, they're being aggressive. You can see Kelsey firing away, and it's paying off. Really good close there by Ryler, finding that line. And just to go back to Dwayne with Cayman Physiotherapy. He worked on my ankle. He worked on Glauca's ankle. He's on site here to make sure that the players are healthy.
And I know that he got you guys looked at in a timely manner too, and that's key when you're not feeling great. Megan hits it deep.
I do not think the points get better than this. This is such high quality pickleball.
And it's suddenly 16-20. It was 19-9.
Right deep. Megan 0 for 2 on her past speed ups, and you can tell Ryler and Kelsey are both ready for it. They're ready for Megan's speed ups, and they're looking for their own opportunities, which is what is the biggest difference between the first half and the second half of this game.
By the way, if the Stingrays do win here, they'll just get back to serve. You have to serve to be able to win the game.
What a point! Really good work by Ryler, getting all the way up to the kitchen line, finds that pop-up, adds the pressure. It's 20-all now.
Unbelievable run.
20.
So it is win by 2, but you have to serve to win.
Beautiful counter there by Ryler. She slid forehand and was able to get that ball short middle. Seems as though they've figured out Megan's speed ups for the meantime. They're preparing for it. Will they close?
Unbelievable comeback. They trailed 19-9. Well, they'll get another chance.
21.
Still a great look right there. This is a competitive game, ladies and gentlemen. 21.
21.
21 all. ATP, but she misses it.
Totally there. That is the right ball by Ryler. Just unfortunate to miss it, but still phenomenal defense by Ryler. She's keeping him in it. I mean, there have been, on Amanda's backhand putaway, she's able to perfectly reset that ball back into the kitchen, giving them 2 or 3 opportunities
21.
per point.
It's the second game point opportunity for the Stingrays. The Wranglers have had 1.
Great ball by Kelsey, looking to lean in.
22.
You can see just generating offense, and that is the biggest difference.
So tied again at 22. What a match. I mean, I'm still shocked. Tonight it was 19-9, Jack.
That's crazy. And even with the freeze, you don't often see that type of comeback.
22. 22.
Another firefight.
Wow!
Kelsey says you're going to put it up that high. I'm going to make you pay.
Great hands. Ryler loading very well on her backhand, and also just consistent. Overall consistent. She's getting him to the kitchen. She's going through transitions. She's hitting the right shots and allowing
23,
Kelsey
22.
to be offensive.
So this is game point opportunity number 2 for the Wranglers. And they will not cash it in. We are tied again.
I'm on the sidelines commentating, and I am nervous and tight.
23-23.
Oh, that was a good defensive lob there by Megan. Oh, how good was that out of Riley? Great defense being played right now by the Wranglers.
Oh, my.
Point.
Unfortunate net cord there by Riley. Still always hitting the right ball, and wonderful defense by Kelsey and Riley right there.
24-23.
All right, so another game point opportunity for the Stingrays. This is their third. And the third time is finally the charm for the Stingrays, as they will win it 25-23 in a game that had a huge comeback in all 5 game point opportunities.
That sets the bar so high for the rest of the day. I don't even know what we're going to do. That was such an impressive performance by both teams, the Stingrays and the Wranglers. I mean, a crazy comeback. And then the fact that Megan and Amanda were able to close right there. And the rallies that we had in the meantime were just exceptional.
Well, the crowd loving it, and we're loving it. It's been some great pickleball to get our day started. Don't go anywhere. We'll turn our attention to the men after this timeout. We continue on from the Vanta Blackwater Team Cup from Grand Cayman here on Compass Media. Welcome back. Just about ready to get the men's doubles underway as we continue with our first match of the day here at the Vanta Blackwater Team Cup. Dave Benz hanging out with Jack Monroe. So happy to have Jack aboard. I know he'd rather be playing, but you know, it's a little easier on the body sitting here and watching Jack.
Yeah, that's kind of what we need right now, though I do love playing. And here we have another great men's match. We have Ryler, Deheart, and Zack Taylor on the Yield Point Wranglers right here, as you can see. Ryler Deheart right there. The one lefty on the court, known for his amazing drive and just solid game. Then you have Zack Taylor, his partner right here.
And Zack Taylor was yesterday sitting where you're sitting and, you know, talking about he was hoping to maybe be able to sneak into this tournament. I don't think that was how he wanted to get in, but I know he's ecstatic about being out there.
Yeah, and so Zack is one of the most consistent players on tour. Very, he just doesn't miss many balls. He gives nothing, no unforced errors.
And then on the other side, Brandon Lane and Zack Marceau. So you got 2 Zacks on the court at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Brandon Lane going to be aggressive with his third shot drive. Beautiful. He's got very powerful strokes. And then you see Brandon, also known for his leopard print on his head right there. And you're going to see him often. He's going to take this third shot and just drive it. He's got such a powerful drive.
That moves us to 2-3 right now, very early in this game to 21, rally scoring. And Taylor misses long, so that'll tie it up at 3.
Brandon gets his first yield on that drive. Zack, one of the up-and-coming right-side players on tour. And he is known for his aggressive, wow, beautiful flick right there. Beautiful flick. Brandon using his length. Brandon is, how tall do you think Brandon is?
6'2".
Brandon's 6'2", and that paddle makes him even longer. It's very tough to get balls to bounce in front of him because he's so long.
Point.
That one does land in. It might have also caught Ryler's hand, so it's going to make it 5-3.
Yeah. 4-3.
But you'll see out of anyone on the court, Zack Marceau,
point.
Brandon's partner, is going to be the most aggressive. He's going to speed up most frequently.
5-3.
And that's the new style of pickleball that he's bringing to the game.
You know way more about Zack Marceau than I do, but the little bit of internet research I've done, he's called the forehand dink master.
Yeah, 100%. Takes as many balls.
Like,
even though he just missed that one long, it's just the frequency that he does. It's going to pay off. Well, we'll see if it pays off.
4-5.
So 4-6 now.
Yeah, 2 great drives. You look at Ryler Deheart. He has the best lefty drive in the world. If honestly, if I were to give out a take, you want to avoid that forehand on the baseline for Brandon and Ryler.
Ryler was an Iron Man yesterday as he had to play all of the doubles throughout the day in the mixed doubles and then in the Cayman decider with you unable to go. And Allison Harris on the other side, she was the Iron Woman on the quality court defenders. Lane hits that one long.
Great speed up there by Ryler. You've seen him speed up 2 backhands, which that's been the biggest improvement in his game as of recent, is really just trying to create offense from both wings, not only just his forehand.
Couple of nets involved as we play on. Brandon thought he might have had an Ernie, instead goes back and gets it. Too much on that one from Marceau.
Marceau looks to be dictating the kitchen, but he's just missing on a lot of his speed-up opportunities.
8-5 here.
Wow. Wow.
Good dig there by Deheart. Taylor unable to get that paddle up quickly enough for that one.
Great defense from Taylor, though, able to keep him in. You saw that ball went past Ryler, and Zack was actually still able to hit that ball and keep him in the point. Force him to win 2 or 3 times in one rally rather than just once.
6-8 right now. Modest advantage for the Stingrays, who took the first game of this best 3 out of 5. And now we're back to just a single point. Zack Marceau, still a student at Florida Atlantic University.
7-8.
Yes, actually, probably he's the best collegiate player. Still currently active. Obviously, as you said, goes to FAU. And has won multiple titles with FAU, which arguably is the strongest collegiate pickleball team.
Oh, that stays in for Lane off the net to tie it at 8. You know, I want to ask you about that. I mean, I know technically you're still a college student as well.
8-8.
How far removed from me? Everybody always likes to talk about, oh, pickleball in the Olympics, and yeah, that would be great. But I think before that, we should be talking about pickleball as an actual legitimate college sport and not just being at a club level. Do you think that's coming?
Wow, the drives from Brandon right now. And that ball is not coming back. A Ryler Deheart overhead is certainly not coming back. Really good pressure there by Ryler. He's really taking a lot of the court, especially, I mean, Zack, the consistent player, allowing Ryler to really take more 60%, 70% of the court on those fourth balls. But no, you're spot on. I think it's a toss-up whether pickleball will be a collegiate sport first, like a D1 or an NCAA sport, versus being in the Olympics. Because I think NCAA, as I've talked to many ADs, many people in collegiate sports.
Nice put away there by Taylor.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
tougher.
what is the obstacle stopping it from being a legit D1? Is it Title IX? Do you try to figure out how you get the mixed doubles as part of it?
I think that's a very good way to look at it. Getting the women's side involved is, for a sport is essential for, especially, for some collegiate sports, because then both genders can be marketed and have teams.
I got you.
It's not just like men's rowing at UT or something like that. I think right now it has massive adoption. You have over 200 collegiate pickleball clubs that are organizations with their college. I think right now we just need to organize it into one legitimate tour, because right now there's 3 or 4 collegiate tours. They're fighting for each other. They're trying to eat each other or take each other's lunch money, and it's very difficult when you have so much scattered around, rather than it being streamlined into one tour.
I think it would be great to see it become an official, NCAA sport, and maybe it starts at a lower level even, Jack, because my son, he just is about to finish his junior year of high school, and if his high school had a pickleball team, he would absolutely be playing on it, but it's just not an option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get people reach out to me quite frequently, because I founded Longhorn Pickleball at UT Austin in 2023. And we've grown it to a couple national titles and stuff like that, and I'm finally passing the torch as I graduate. And kids reach out all the time, parents of kids as well as kids, like, hey, I'm a senior in high school, want to go, like, tell me, want to go to UT, tell me about your pickleball club. Do you offer scholarships? Do you do this, like that? And
11-8.
it's, honestly, it's kind of like the Wild West still, which is unfortunate but also fun.
Well, at some point, I think we're going to see it become a high school thing, and then hopefully an official college thing, and then an Olympic thing. I don't know if it's in that order, but everybody wants to see that. So after the end change, by the way, the end change works out for Lane and Marceau as they get it back to 9-11 here. Marceau just catches the line on the ATP. From our angle, I didn't think he did, but the reaction from the players, it certainly did.
Beautiful shot, and Marceau, that is one of his signature shots, by the way, is that forehand ATP. He cups it so well and prepares so early. He has such a high consistency.
Side out.
Hitting those ATPs, you could tell Zack Taylor on the other side was bamboozled at that ball even went in.
Ryler skies that one.
Good return there by Zack Marceau to keep it deep. Allows Ryler to miss that ball rather than hitting a drive where he's flowing through it.
Speed up by Lane for profit. And we're dead even at 12 apiece right now.
This is a good game.
What a good match. Both teams still with their timeouts remaining.
Side
as
out.
Deheart
13.
gets his side back in front.
(13-12).
Speed up by Deheart and a reset. The lob by Taylor. Oh, Deheart misses wide.
Great lob by Taylor right there. Yeah, you can see Zack's leaning in so much at the kitchen line allows for a lot of those lob opportunities. And Taylor having such good lobs, I think honestly you should do that more.
That was a great job by Marceau getting back though on it. So still tied, now at 13.
Wow, great counter off of the fingers of Ryler Deheart there. B-Lane, you can tell, obviously so long and so strong. He was able to get that ball in a good spot and honestly should have won that point, but Ryler came off his fingers and ended up positive.
14-13.
Right down the middle by Marceau.
14.
Such a great ball. That's so tricky. The forehand masterclass that Zack Marceau always puts on.
14,
it looks so
14.
deceptive, and it's one of the most deceptive forehands in the game.
It always amazes me how many points end right down the middle. Taylor trying to paint that corner, but he misfires. So Marceau and Lane back in front now here at 15-14. Brandon Lane, who played in the Pro-Am last night with our executive producer, Waco Liakovo at a Pickle TV and Digital Wave Productions.
Wow. Point 15.
Sails that one. Brandon, I believe they won 2 and lost 3 in the Pro-Am last night. Brandon said Ray's game was impressive, but his endurance needs a little work.
Yes, I saw that quite often in the Pro-Am. If you look at our captain over there on the sideline, you have Sean Ford. He was also struggling a little bit. Granted, he was playing in the morning as well, but the endurance is really tough, especially here in the Caymans. The weather just eats you alive.
Yes, it does. Oh, put away by Lane.
Point 16.
And suddenly the Wranglers with the momentum.
16-15.
So we've got it at 16-15. I was trying to hear what Byron Fresno actually said. I've got it at 17-15, so we'll check that again. So hard without an official scoreboard here. You have to wait and hear what Byron says. Long point going on right now. Great defense.
Wow, what a point there. Ryler Deheart
16.
being able to fend off every single ball, hit as hard as humanly possible, a Mach 10, and get that ball down the middle.
Amazing.
That was huge off of Ryler's serve, too. This is where you want to be if you
16.
are the Wranglers.
All right, so 15-16.
Brandon
Timeout,
finally
only
finding that
17.
spot high on Ryler's left shoulder. The ball is sailing long, but it's coming so hard that it's very tough for Ryler to get out of the way in the first place.
Zack Marceau saying, hey, can I go wipe off the handle on my paddle?
Seventeen, 16.
17-16. So we do have the score right on our board. Just wanted to make sure we're all in
Point.
check.
Yes, it was out.
Zack missing that return an inch long.
18-16.
Still worth going for, but now we have 18-16. Let's see who's able to get on top.
ATP, Deheart able to play it. But then Taylor into the net. That moves us to 19-16, 2 away. Wranglers trying to even up this match at a game apiece.
19-16. Point.
Taylor,
Too much on that. That might have been an out ball.
Zack so deceptive. You can tell Zack Marceau so deceptive at causing Zack Taylor and putting it in a good spot where he's just a little
20-16.
bit late with his paddle face open.
Game point here. Chance to draw the match even at a game apiece,
Right
but
out,
it'll have to wait.
17.
Good counter.
So Stingrays down 3, trying to
17-20.
mount the comeback here. The net sets up Deheart.
Unfortunate net cord, but that is exactly what they need in order to keep the momentum going. Now Ryler serving at 18-20. Let's see if he gets the drive that he
18-20.
wants.
Oh,
Side out. Point
Brandon
20.
Lane able to get it back to a 21-18 margin, and now they've got the, well, get the serve back, excuse me, not the point. Now they get a chance to serve for the game.
20-18.
First game point opportunity. And there it is.
Game.
So we're even
21-18.
at a game apiece here in this match, Jack.
No, I believe the Stingrays have us 2-0. And this is both games very competitive. Both games, I mean, it could have gone either way. And overall, I mean, just at the end, you can tell Ryler Deheart and Zack
let's
Taylor
see.
on the Wranglers were able to.
Thank you for correcting me on that. I had written the wrong name on each team. So you're right. The Stingrays now up 2-0. That's a decisive advantage and a big change from what I had.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's all right.
The only thing we need with the jerseys is we need you guys to have big names in the front
Yes.
to represent the teams. It's a
True.
little hard to see on the sleeve. When we come back, we'll move to mixed doubles. Don't go anywhere. The Vanta Blackwater Team Cup continues after this timeout. as we are just about ready to go here with our third match. It's the mixed doubles. And we'll get the Stingrays looking to try to close this out with a clean sweep. And yesterday we saw the Wranglers give up a 2-0 lead.
Mixed doubles
losing an opportunity to gain a point.
Yeah. 0-0.
So here we go. Near court, you've got the Stingray team of Hendry and Marceau. And in the far court, the Wranglers of Riley and Ryler.
Yeah. A little bit of alliteration there for you. I think Ryler's drive is going to be one of the biggest points of offense for the Wranglers. Riley's consistency overall is what's going to keep him in this game. As you saw in the women's match, that's what allowed for them to come back, was the amount of resets and the amount of consistency that Riley had. Making thirds, making fifths, resetting overheads.
Well, Riley in the net that time. Saw her struggle early in the women's double. She hit a couple into the net that normally wouldn't see her put into the net.
Yeah, could be a frequent pattern for Riley starting the game off, getting in a little bit of a groove.
Side out, point 3.
And on the other side, the lefty is the female. You have Amanda Hendry right here. Fantastic player in her own right.
Side out,
Heart into the net. Now get it back to 2-3. Obviously, you play lefty. You're ambidextrous, though. You're technically a right-handed person in everyday life, but you adopted pickleball left-handed out of necessity.
Yep, correct. So I found pickleball through a baseball injury with my right hand. Threw my arm out pitching one week and then started playing while I was in a sling in my right hand. So started hitting lefty, took the sling off after a few months and said, nope, it feels better to play lefty. So, wow, beautiful hands battle right there. And that's exactly what we want to see more of.
Stingrays get it back with
But
it
yeah,
one here
then
now.
I'll continue to develop both right and left as I played pickleball, and that's obviously why I serve righty, play lefty. Sometimes you'll see me Ernie righty or hit a righty forehand on occasion. It's all because of an injury. I call it artificial ambidexterity.
Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever the path to get you there was, it's a good path to be on. Riley Newman's done pretty well with ambidextrous handwork.
Yes, correct.
5-3.
Is it advantageous, though, to play majoritively with your left when there are so many righties?
Yes, certainly. It gives your competitor a different look that's much less frequent and that they're much less used to. So,
6-3.
I mean, you could tell a lefty's sweet spot is a righty's weak point, and a righty's sweet spot is a lefty's weak point. So everything's reversed, and could take you up to half a game to really figure out, oh, I'm playing against a lefty, my spots are now here instead of here. This is their strong points or weak points.
Right now it's been all strong points for the Wranglers until right then.
Side out, point 4.
Stingrays finally stop the bleed and get it back to 4-7 here. It's gotten steamy in here, Jack.
Yeah, I can't imagine these players have to towel off in between every single point because in game on, it is just a different type of humidity.
Side
different
out,
type.
8.
Marceau leaves it short, so the Wranglers will get it back here at 8-4.
8-4.
The ambient temperature is probably 85, but it's just
Side
the
out,
sun has been
0.5.
baking this shade structure, and it's kind of acting a little bit like an oven right now.
5-8.
Marceau at 5-8.
Point.
Make it 6-8.
6-8.
Great return by
Side
Ryler,
out, point 9.
forcing Amanda on her back foot and sinking that ball into the net.
9-6.
Ball did just stay in. That one does not, however.
Great two-y there by Amanda. Pulls Ryler all the way out wide. Just unable to convert with Zack missing that ball. That is honestly a very good strategy, though, in the long run for the Stingrays.
A lob. Oh, Marceau says thank you very much.
Ryler just, I think the lob was the right shot. He just missed it a little bit short. And if anything, I think even though it's a little bit more difficult to lob that ball over Zack, just because of the court dimensions.
Yeah, you asked me Brandon Lanside. I think Zack's got a couple inches on Brandon as well. Deheart doing a matrix move to get out of the way.
11.
And that's going to take us to the end change here at 11-7. So let's take a breather as they will wipe off right now and change ends, and we will be back with the continuation of this mixed doubles match after this timeout. You're watching the Vanta Blackwater Team Cup on Compass Media. All right, back here in Grand Cayman, Dave Ben, Jack Monroe, happy to be bringing you our Day 2 coverage of the Vanta Blackwater Team Cup. Want to give a thank you to all of our fantastic crew with Compass Media here on the island, doing such a great job in conjunction with Pickle TV. And Ryler Deheart out of the end change leaves it short. So the Stingrays right here within striking distance at 8-11. But they give it right back.
12.
Good pressure there by Ryler, consistently leaning in with his backhand, making it tough for Amanda and Zack to get to the kitchen. Beautiful, beautiful point right there. All set up by Ryler's drive. They just, in mixed doubles and men's doubles, it's so difficult to neutralize Ryler's drive. True, I've played against it probably over 40 times at this point, and it is the most difficult drive, especially since it's a lefty. It's coming from a different pattern, has different spin, and it's just so heavy. It's tough to put the ball where you want. So you kind of have to avoid it with your return spots, or it's going to eat you up.
Well, into the net, and we've got a 3-point game right now.
Great roll there by Zack. Zack is known for that forehand and so deceptive.
Speed up by Deheart. But eventually won by Hendry.
Great counters there by Hendry. Finally getting that ball down.
11-13.
Down by 2 now.
Oh, the poach for profit.
Great look, great drop, and Amanda has such amazing third shots. Allows Zack to really get up there and be active, like what we call it, like to hunt with that poach.
Back to just a 1-point game.
Side out, point 14.
That'll stop the momentum, at least momentarily. Wranglers back, get it back here, 14-12. So injecting himself into everything, but then puts it into the net to make it 15-12. I want to welcome our Pickle TV audience who has just tuned in, as the Compass Media broadcast here locally has just been picked up officially by Pickle TV. So thank you to those of you watching worldwide on Pickle TV.
By Ryler on his left foot right there.
Well, the Stingrays will take it. Gets it back to 13-15. Now just a 1-point game. Tell you what, you're not going to get away with a lot of foot faults with Byron over there officiating.
Yes, Byron has more years of experience than I do the age of my socks.
Firefight being
Fault.
continued
Foot
here.
fault.
Oh, what a great shot by Ryler. She hits the part of the court vacated by Marceau.
Great defense. Zack giving everything he got on that ball, on the overheads. And Ryler, just the defense of Ryler is a wall.
16-14.
So good.
So 16-14. Wranglers trying to force a fourth game here in this match.
Great
Point.
shots. Ryler and Ryler just
Timeout
dictating
receiver,
the pace of the
17-14, 1
game
minute.
right here. If Ryler wants to drive, the game's going to be faster. If he wants to reset, the game's going to be slower.
I think this is a good timeout here, Jack. Each team gets one timeout, and the Stingrays will use it here. We'll take a quick breather as well. We'll continue after this from Grand Cayman. Wranglers trying to see if they can close this out, forcing the Stingrays to use their timeout. Stingrays lead this best 3 out of 5 match 2-0. But the Wranglers trying to force it to a game 4. Oh, that was probably going out, but Ryler wasn't going to be able to get out of the way, so he tried to at least get a paddle on it.
Yeah, and Zack made sure to put that one away. There's no way he wasn't going to half do it and have them get back into the point again.
15-17. And goes right back over to the Wranglers at 18-15.
Great balls from everyone there, but wow. Ryler and Ryler with the drives and the continuous pressure.
19-15.
Just too constant.
Oh,
Side
Bohnert
out,
leaves
point
it
16.
short, so hope's still alive for the Stingrays here, but they need a sustained rally down 3 at 16-19. Oh,
Side out, point.
and that'll
20.
take us to game point. Wranglers a chance to force it to a fourth game.
Wow.
20-16.
Oh, quick hands by
Side out,
Marceau.
point 17.
Good counter there, really good open. I see Ryler's opportunity with the speed up there, but Zack was he was anticipating it.
17-20.
Really
out,
good flick there
point
by
20.
Ryler, not fooled by Zack's forehand whatsoever.
So that gets it back to game point opportunity number
20-17.
2 for the Wranglers. And that'll do it.
Point.
We're going to have a fourth.
21-17.
Great shots by both teams all around. Zack gave it his all. Amanda gave it her all. Ryler and Ryler just looking very good that game. Very good. Ryler's drives, his just constant pressure, and Ryler's resets. And then eventually she ended up finding her own rhythm with aggression as well.
Well, they took control early. They never gave it up. So we'll go to a fourth game. Stingrays leading it 2-1 in this best 3 out of 5 match. And welcome back. And how gorgeous is this? Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands. If you haven't been, I highly suggest you put it on your travel calendar. It is a fantastic, great place to be, and this tournament is just continuing to get better. By the way, Jack, I got to ask you about this facility, man. How gorgeous of a pickleball facility is this Pickleball Cayman?
Pickleball Cayman, did you know they're one of the largest facilities in the world when it comes to memberships, and I mean it shows. Everybody's active here. They have a phenomenal restaurant called The Roost with and my literally Michelin star food, I feel, right next to it. And right now they're hosting the Arsenal game in the facility. The true courts themselves, they have indoor, outdoor covered with a steel top. So even though the rain, you can still play through it. You get a little bit of the breeze coming through, really good windscreens, and just overall, it's such a great time here. And that's why the players keep coming back year over year.
I came back last night when the Pro-Am started to watch Ray Koliakovo play with Brandon Lane, and I pulled in the parking lot, and I'll tell you, man, it was like I had to wait for somebody to pull out to vacate a spot.
Yeah, people parking on the street, people parking on the dirt, and keep in mind, their parking lot is massive.
Yeah. And they're expanding. They've got another area that they're building out. I believe it's gonna be 30-something courts by the time they're finished with this current reconstruct.
Yeah, no, it's insane the amount of work they've put into this, and it shows. I mean, it gets bigger and bigger every year. Players keep coming back, and they just truly love the experience.
And who wouldn't want to come here to be in this tournament? It's but they've got modest goals. Jerry Beck, who owns the facility and owns the tournament, he says, hey, we're gonna build this slowly, but they incrementally want to get this to be one of the biggest tournaments that there is.
Yeah. And listen, all of us here as players and athletes are here to support them. We're here because we want to see that mission succeed as well.
All right, so here we go, ready to go with the second mixed doubles, and the Stingrays are sending out Fudge and Lane against the team of Grambeau and Taylor for the Wranglers. Stingrays still just need to win this game to win the match. Wranglers need to win this game to get it to the Cayman decider, which we did get to yesterday. Fudge left that too high for Taylor, and he said, okay, I'll take care of that one.
Zack looks to have gotten the pregame memo and the pregame notes on where Megan's going to go, because it looked like he was sitting on that big time.
Well, into the net by Grambeau, so that'll tie it up at 1 apiece. And if you just happen to be tuning in, because I know our Pickle TV audience just joined in the middle of that last game, it's best 3 out of 5 for the team match. Games are to 21 rally scoring, have to win by 2, and you have to have the serve to be able to win. Brandon Lane pretty excited right now.
We continue. This is the 4th game of the day, and just great point after great point. The quality here is so exceptional. You have Megan and Brandon ripping their 3rd shots. So
the thing I always love about pickleball, no matter what tournament it is, once the players get out there and start playing, like the competitive nature takes over, and they're out for blood.
Yeah, you can see it on their face. They wear it on their shoulders.
Quick 4-1 advantage here for the Stingrays. That Fudge serve just did catch that baseline. And then the two-handed backhand to finish it off. Brandon Lane, a Melbourne, Florida native. Leaves that one short. Had a chance to finally talk to Brandon last night about his encounter with a shark while surfing. Grew up a surfer and actually survived a shark attack.
Yeah, and Brandon Lane, top 3 storyteller all time. I have to say, he has lived a crazy life full of just crazy lore, and I call it dad lore, because when you're a dad, these are all the stories you're going to tell your son.
How great was that? That was so nonchalant on the return for the winner.
What a crazy kid by Brandon right there, just putting his paddle out and able to defend that for the point.
Taylor down the middle does catch the line.
Great slide. You can see Zack sliding forehand very early, anticipating Megan's speed ups, and he's 2 for 2 on those counters.
So I'll move it to 3-7 here. Brandon, not much Kelsey could do with that.
Yeah, Brandon able to jam Kelsey right there. Sliding incorrectly, Riley on the sideline telling her the proper way, and hopefully they're able to adjust because Brandon will continue to add that pressure over and over every point when he gets that forehand speed up.
For Grambeau at 4-8 here. Right back over to the Stingrays. We will get an end change at 11.
Good return there by Zack, keeping it low, forcing B to lift up on that drive, hits the top of the net, and pulls wide.
Lane keeping his balance to stay out of the kitchen and finishes in the process.
We call that right there the flamingo, standing on one leg for the extra reach.
I like that.
Great ball by Kelsey, good adjustment there. Just doesn't have to hit that ball as hard when Megan's driving to her, just got to get it down. You see get it down at Brandon's feet, and it's tough for him to lean over, especially since he's so tall.
So 6'10". And Lane misfires there.
A little bit of an early fire, especially off a ball that's more so behind him. Kind of taking a moment to reset there. He knows that was the wrong shot.
Fudge and Grambeau going back. Now Lane.
Great ball there by Zack, loading on his forehand. I like the Kelsey attack there. She was able to change the pattern to B and get that pop-up that she wanted. You didn't even know it hit the net. I think it was a great ball.
Just a 2-point game now. Make it a 3-point game, and that'll get us to the end change.
Have the end change at 11-8, and that's what's crazy is even though it's 3 points, since it's rally scoring, you can blink and bang, we're back to tie game, or you went from being up to being down.
A great match going on right now between the Stingrays and the Wranglers. We'll take a breather back to Grand Cayman in just a moment. Welcome back here on Pickle TV. That was a quick break. I was going to talk about another broadcast we did. We'll save that for the break. Dave Vance hanging out with Jack Monroe. So here we go after the end change. 11-8 Stingrays.
Wow, very good pressure right there. Be on a mission to get that point. Constant pressure.
I think the Stingrays want no part of a Cayman decider here.
No, but have we had one yet? No, we had one.
Yesterday
yes.
We did, yeah. You were icing your ankle at that point, so I don't think you were really necessarily dialed in.
Yes, that was on, we've had two, actually, both games yesterday.
Yes, both went to the Cayman decider.
Yes, and we want to see more of that. I want more. It gets hype. You see the people in the crowd.
Cayman decider is fun. I got no issue with the Cayman decider.
Ooh, watch the foot.
Lane goes up and gets it. I just don't know if I want 4 Cayman deciders today. That's a long day for our crew.
That would be.
Yeah, so
that would be overtime. Overtime. One thing, quick lesson: you do not lob people who are tall or came from tennis, and B happen to be both of them. So.
Oh no, he didn't! Oh
No
my
way.
goodness!
No way!
Oh, he did it! Oh, just on the second one.
That was such a sick behind the back, and if he made 2 for the second one for a winner, that would have been outrageous. What a point!
That was crazy.
Wow.
Brandon Lane putting on a show.
Fully 360, and that is why we love B. He's known for his behind the backs and tweeners.
I gotta admit, man, I'm normally unbiased, but I wanted them to win that point the way it was going because it's a better highlight if he wins the point.
I'm going to plead the 5th there, but I will also say if we weren't mic'd up, I would agree.
All right, so as we resume to your regularly scheduled programming here, 14-10, Fudge and Lane.
job right there.
Grambeau able to get back there and get it. And great extension by Taylor.
That's a great drop shot. That's a very cheeky drop shot by Brandon right there. Even with Zack in the midcourt, he's able to pull it so close to the net and then get that next ball as a pop-up.
Well, the Wranglers are feeling the momentum and feeling it slip away, so they're going to use their timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. 15-10 here in Game 4 of the Vanta Blackwater Team Cup. Back here in Grand Cayman, 15-10. The Stingrays, team of Fudge and Lane, trying to close this thing out and get the point. Stingrays did not get a point yesterday, so they're trying to ensure themselves a chance to get into tomorrow's semifinals. A loss here would put them in a very bad way. Wranglers also with the out of point yesterday, so whoever loses this one is going to be really in trouble to try to make the semis. That one is long, and the Wranglers get it back here at 11-14, or 11-15, excuse me.
The good part is every team, because there's 4 teams, will make the semis.
Well, that's true.
It's a matter of the poor seeding. Nobody wants to be the 4th seed and just on their first match, ain't no way. Oh my goodness. Brandon with another behind the back. I think right now, he's 2 for 3. Honestly, that is just insane. The coordination that it takes to lose sight of your paddle in hand and trust that you're going to hit it behind the back is just absurd.
By the way, you bring up a good point. I'm going to go ahead and petition right now. We need a 5th team next year, so that not all 4 can, not every team can make the semis.
Yeah. Great shots right there. We got a little bit of a comeback. You can see the energy from Zack Taylor. We love that. When Zack starts talking or starts getting hype, you know that's going to be a change of energy right there. The momentum, let's see if it gets carried.
13-15. Fudge off the net. And too much on that one from Kelsey Grambeau.
Still a good side out. Down by 3. Very, very doable, as the score is 16-13 with Fudge to serve.
Megan Fudge, originally from Germany. Oh, and Fudge changes it up and did a great job disguising it too, Jack. Very,
very good disguise there. It looks identical to her cross-court dink, and that's why it took Zack by surprise right there. Jam him in the two-y. Megan understands that Zack loves his two-y, so he's able to jam him into that body.
Taylor hits it wide, and now the Stingrays are just 3 points away. Wranglers have already used their timeout, so they can't do anything to stop the momentum here except for win a point.
Well, with some dominance right there, Zack said, no way, I'm not going out without a fight. 14-18, we still have a window open, but it is closing.
Lane does just catch that baseline. Too much on that one, makes it 19-14.
Kelsey with another 2 he sent long. It's on a tough ball. It's very tough when that ball's kicking up with some topspin to get it low to the net, because the topspin will naturally kick the ball higher than what you expect. And I think that's why she's missed those past 2 long. Well, this is their time to get a run. We got 15-19. Wranglers serving.
Taylor and Hendry need to make it happen now. Lob by Fudge. Speed up by Grambeau.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful point right there. That was one of the best points of the game right there. And especially at such a key point at 19, that can carry a lot of momentum in order for them to close this game out right here.
Yeah, game point. Match point. And there it is. And the reaction out of Brandon Lane.
What a celebration by Brandon right there. As he says, sting him. And the Vanta Stingrays are able to pull through and win that match 3-1.
21-15, the final in game number 4. We'll step aside. When we come back, we will hear from our winners. That's coming up after this timeout from the Vanta Blackwater Teen Cup. All right, welcome back to Grand Cayman as we have our first winner of the day and the first point of the tournament for the Stingrays. And I've got the 4 players here with me. I'll begin with you, Megan. Talk about just this tournament overall and how great it is to be in Grand Cayman.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing to be here. I've actually been here for three times already, but it just keeps getting better. Atmosphere is amazing, just so fun to play here. This club is incredible.
And what were you thinking when Brandon was hitting all the behind the back shots?
Well, to be honest, I kept on telling him to hold backhand, but he really likes that trick shot.
Brandon, the only thing that was wrong with that is every time you hit one, you guys didn't win the point.
No, we never won 1 point. But you know what? Sometimes you got to have a couple highlight shots out here, you know? Got to get the team fired up.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. And I got to ask you, nobody else is going to care except for our crew, but how fun was it to play with our executive producer, Ray Kolyakova, on the Pro-Am last night?
Ray was fun last night. You know, I had to get him a couple tips and stuff. He said he's been behind the production booth too long, but you know, he was huffing and puffing after about that 3rd game, but we carried, and yeah, we had a great time. You know, we were 5-0 at the bar though at night though, right?
That's what's most important. Zach, your thoughts on this event and you know, having a chance to finally get a point in this event today?
Yeah, we had a tough one yesterday. Had 3 matches we lost by 2 points, so we felt like, you know, as a team we were kind of building our chemistry. Me and Amanda have played together before, so I love playing with Amanda. And it's my first time playing with B, so as a team we feel like, you know, we have a bunch of strong individuals, so we're trying to build that team chemistry. We feel like we have a good chance to win this thing, so it's nice to finally get on the board.
And Amanda, he brings up a great point. I know you guys didn't even find out who your teammates were until the dinner the other night. Was it refreshing to be like, oh, okay, all right, I know Zach, that'll work?
Yeah, I think it was like fun to kind of figure out our teams. We all live in Florida. We've all known each other for so long. It's cool to play with different people. I've played with Megan maybe once, Brandon a couple times, or never actually. Yeah, so like you kind of, it's cool to kind of have different partners, and we're lucky that we all already were friends, so that works out great.
All right, well, great. It's a great win by you guys. It was fun to watch, and I know you're going to be out here one more time today, so we'll let you go get a little bit of a breather. Stingers in.
Stingers out there. 1, 2, 3, Stingers!
We'll take a break. More to come from Grand Cayman in just a little bit.